This beautiful smelling herb was used as a love spell, and the twig of this herb was placed under the pillow of a young lady, and then it was believed that she can see her Prince Charming at night in her dreams, and then she will get married to him. And it was believed by the ancient Greeks, and it was also called as Mountain. And then the wedded couples, the bride and grooms, they were made to wear these crowns with these twigs of marjoram, and it was believed that it will nurture their love. And not only in this love aspect, but also after death, the divinity of marjoram still continued. That the ancient Greeks believed that if this twig or this shrub grows on a grave of a person, then that person, it just revealed that the person was happy in the heaven. So it revealed the happiness in the heaven by that person, so by the loved ones. And this was all about marjoram. So welcome to our spice series. It's week 43, and we are going to talk about 3 lovely health benefits of this joy mountain, or the Mediterranean miracle, marjoram. And welcome to Sona Motivates. We motivate you to eat healthy, be happy, and enjoy every moment. So let's explore marjoram together. Okay, so you must have seen this spice in the spice section of supermarket. It is very commonly available. I have always seen it in this dried form, and I always carried it one at home, but I have hardly seen the fresh one. So if you have access to it, then please stick till the end, because you are going to see a lot of health benefits and home remedies with the fresh ones as well as this dried ones. Okay, so marjoram, it is native to Mediterranean region. It grows in France, Greece, and Italy. The plant is a small shrub. It has this light green oval shaped leaves, and they grow in pair, and it's a very sweet, piney smelling herb, and it's actually very less. It looks like oregano, and it belongs to the oregano family, and it is confused with thinking, because look at this, it looks pretty much like oregano, right? But it is not. It is actually milder compared to oregano, so you can always use it in the place of oregano if you feel that oregano is it has that very strong and robust maybe flavor and strong smell. So go ahead and use this marjoram, and it has a lot of health benefits as well. So this was all about marjoram, and it is also found in, like we just talked about, in fresh form, in dried form, and these are kind of like, you still see the leaves, so you see this in dried form, but you can also get them in very fine grounded form, marjoram, and you can use any of these. But make sure that you have to add this at the end towards the end of the cooking, because it has this tendency to get bitter, so make sure you add it at the end and not at the beginning of the cooking, because then it might be very strong, and your dish might turn bitter. So make sure you add at the end. And in the kitchen, how you can use marjoram, and I see a couple of familiar faces here. Hello everybody, let's continue. And so how you can use in kitchen is that it is used in Mediterranean cuisine more. So it is used in gyro, one of the Mediterranean dish, and it is mostly made with the meat. So they add marjoram to that dish for sure. But you can use it yourself. So you can use it in cheese sauce. A lot of people use them in marinades. So that's a great idea. Also, they are used to flavor lamb, then chicken and fish. They go very well with these meat dishes. And how I use it, I'm going to tell it at the end, because it was so refreshing the way I used it. And in the kitchen, more ideas are, you can definitely replace or mix and match with oregano, because they go very well together. But if you replace with oregano, you will see the little bit of difference in the flavor, because this is very milder and sweeter. And marjoram is also a commercial preservative, so it is used to preserve cheeses, then soups, and also salad dressings. And marinating is one of the great ideas, so if you haven't used marjoram in marinades, make sure you do. And this next part is very interesting about marjoram, and that is it has this miraculous antioxidant powers. So far you have seen with so many foods, and especially the spices, that they have this antioxidant element in them. But with marjoram, you will be shocked to hear what I'm going to tell you right now. And it is that in one of the researchers, they proved that when you sprinkle they sprinkle the marjoram on the Mediterranean salad, they found out that the antioxidant power to kill the free radicals, and we all know the free radicals are those which cause the damage, oxidative damage, which in turn causes diseases like which are actually the causes of cancer, heart disease, then diabetes and obesity and all those diseases. Anyway, so what this margarine does, it increases the antioxidant power 4 times when you add marjoram to any of the salads. And it was this study was actually noted in the book The Healing Spices by Dr. Bharat B. Agrawal. And it is also specified in the book, and he specified it that just 1 teaspoon of marjoram was miraculous enough to boost this antioxidant power. And now this antioxidant power of marjoram is due to the antioxidants it has in them, and those are ursolic acid, cavercol, and thymol. And these are the major causes that they can protect our body in many ways. So next time you think about adding any of the spice, please don't forget marjoram, because so see, for example, if you are using broccoli, if you are using Brussels sprouts, or if you are making cauliflower, or any of this antioxidant rich food, but if you add margarine to it, then its antioxidant power is going to increase 4 times. So it's actually helping you heal better. It is protecting you from so many illnesses, and the most important health benefits you are going to just see now, and we are going to talk about it. But then you also have to know that there are so many of these vegetables who have these antioxidant powers, and our marjoram can boost those. And those few of those I'm going to read for you. It's artichoke, it is great garlic, beetroot, then broccoli, leeks, spinach, onion, eggplant, butternut squash, yellow peppers, cauliflower, red bell pepper, green bell pepper, tomato, zucchini, celery, cucumber, and of course romaine lettuce. So remember, in any of these veggies, if you add marjoram, you are getting more health benefits and more of this antioxidant boost in your diet. So start using marjoram from today itself. Okay, and it is very easily available. So if you go to any of this supermarket, you will see the marjoram in the spice section. Especially I'm talking about this dried one. I'm not sure if you will get it now, especially in Florida, because summer is hot here, and maybe up north you guys might get it in the fresh form. Now, health benefits. Let's see this first health benefit, and it is that marjoram can slow the Alzheimer's disease. Now, it's like pretty much like long back. I always give this example because when we were young, we used to see, oh, somebody's one of those relatives got cancer. But nowadays you hear it all the time. Same with Alzheimer's. Almost one of the family member is lost to the Alzheimer's, and Alzheimer's is that disease. It is permanent, progressive disease that destroys the memory function, the very crucial memory function, and also the mental functions, how you retain the information. Now the drugs the drug which is used to treat Alzheimer's, it is actually it boosts the levels of acetylcholine, and acetylcholine is this neurotransmitter that actually speeds the communication between the brain cells. Okay, so that's what these drugs do for the one which treats Alzheimer's. Now the marjoram, our today's spice, has this this antioxidant we call just now saw is ursolic acid, and it works pretty much the same. It does the same kind of it works in the same manner, and it does the same function like acetylcholine. So this one, our ursolic acid from this marjoram, it actually can slow the decline of mental function and memory in patients who are in earlier stages of Alzheimer's. So our marjoram has the same properties which the drugs from the Alzheimer's may have. So start using marjoram right away. And I would really like to add this, that I came recently across a book named Brain Food, and it is written by the name of the book is Brain Food: The Surprising Science of Eating for Cognitive Power, and it is written by Dr. Lisa Mosconi, and she is a neuroscientist, and she is also a nutritionist. And until now, it was believed that Alzheimer's is caused because of aging, and also maybe bad genes. Genes cause it, but in her book, and it is revealed now from the studies in 2018 that Alzheimer's is only 6% is genetically mutation. So only 6% of Alzheimer's is caused due to this genes, but most of it is related to food. So if you want to protect yourself, or especially your brain functions, and if you want to lead healthier, better life, especially related to your brain function, make sure you add marjoram to your diet and antioxidants from fruits and vegetables, because the food is the most important part of your brain health. Because as your body, your muscles, we think we need proteins, we need only of these maybe fresh veggies, but definitely your brain has its own needs related to food, and you have to start using what is good for your brain. And definitely these spices are the way to go, because they have those kind of antioxidants in them. Okay, now we are going to see our second health benefit, and that is that marjoram provides from infections. Okay, so Indian researchers here, they proved that the extract from marjoram, it can kill the disease causing fungi and bacteria. So any cause of any diseases like vaginal yeast infections or foodborne illnesses from E. coli or staphylococcus infections, all these can be protected, can be fought against by our marjoram. So marjoram is very effective against these foodborne illnesses and also these infections. So use marjoram in any raw, whenever you are eating any kind of raw food, make sure you add a little bit of marjoram. And like we have seen from last couple of times, definitely I think it was, yes, I'm sure, not think, it is coriander powder, so yes, cilantro in any form, it helps you protect from the foodborne illnesses as well. Now our third health benefit is marjoram is excellent for cardiovascular health. Again, there are three important reasons why it is, and the first one is it is loaded with antioxidants, and we have seen so far that antioxidants are great for cardiovascular health. Now the second reason is they are actually vasodilator. They say they can expand and relax the blood vessels, and this expanding of blood vessel, it takes the pressure off the vessels, and so it keeps check on your blood pressure, and it helps it helps your heart in that way. Now the third one is it acts like a blood thinner, and blood thinners are like they prevent the blood clots, and they also keep check on the existing ones. So the blood clots in arteries and veins, they are actually threat to our heart, and they may cause heart attack or stroke, and our marjoram helps us protect from these kind of threats as well. So these were all the health benefits. So even if you don't remember anything from today, guys, remember that marjoram is excellent for brain health, and especially the Alzheimer's disease. So don't think it is like long gone, somebody else will have it. With these with what the technology, or they are calling digital dementia these days, is we are bombarded with so much of information. So whatever we are feeding our brains, it's up there, it's increasing, and our cognitive power is still up here. So if we have to increase it to the level to where it is bombarded to us with the help of the food, and that's the only way. So make sure you eat right kind of food, and including our spices. Now the home remedies. So the easiest way to add marjoram to your diet is the marjoram tea, and it is just 1 teaspoon of marjoram, ground marjoram, or even the leaves, in 1 cup of water. Boil it nicely and steep it for 10 minutes and then drink it. So that's the best way to add marjoram. It is excellent. It will give you all the benefits of antioxidants. It's excellent for digestion and all kinds of any kinds of problems, or so far we saw the health benefits. You'll get all the health benefits from this marjoram tea. And remember I told you in the beginning that I tried doing something. So I made this Indian chai tea, and I added marjoram to it, and it was so good. It actually tasted really good because it has this very mild sweet flavor and aroma, so it goes very well with the tea as well. So if you are you're used to drinking Indian chai tea, or even the green tea, or even coffee, I'm not sure, but no harm in trying. So next time you are doing it, preparing your own tea or coffee, just sprinkle a little bit of marjoram, and you know that just 1 teaspoon makes a huge difference. So maybe we will start with 1/4 of teaspoon at the beginning, and then we will increase it eventually. So make sure you add it. Now for digestion, right? So for digestion, or getting rid of any kind of food poison, what you do is, if you have the fresh ones, then extract the juice of these marjoram leaves, and then you have this one, maybe 1 teaspoon of this juice in the twice a day, in the morning and evening, and you will get rid of this infection or any kind of digestive issues just within a day or two. Now we are going to see how it can help you in cold, cough, or any kind of congestion. You can do is make a drink with ginger, a little bit of ginger, peppercorns, then cloves and marjoram. Boil it nicely and sip this drink whole day. If you're feeling very congested, or sinus infection, or headache, or this, make sure you don't forget the marjoram. And definitely we have seen in our previous spices, cloves, ginger, peppercorns, all are great. So you are getting the best of all the spices here. Now we just saw about the cold, cough, and congestion. Now regarding migraine and any kind of headache, and especially in this summer here, you will it's very common. A lot of people suffer from migraine because of the sunstroke. So what you have to do is extract the juice of the leaves, and you can just apply the juice directly. So you will feel the relief within couple of minutes. But if not, there is also one more idea, is just extract the juice, and you can actually put the drop in each of your nostril, just 1 drop or 2 drops, and you will get the result in just a few minutes, really. So try using this way. Okay, for treating bad breath and gum issues, chew these marjoram leaves. You can chew those, or you have to boil that in a salt water. Make a salt water, put these leaves, boil it, and then gargle with it. It will help you get rid of any gum issues, or even the bad breath. Chronic, some people suffer from bad breath. No matter how much they brush, they end up suffering from bad breath. So make sure you use marjoram. Now, body pain, you know, this is very common, and especially muscular pain. So if you work out a lot, or one of those days, you know, you have a lot of you did a lot of physical work, then that day you are to get rid of your body and muscular pain, but without over-the-counter painkiller. So this is a great idea. What you have to do is this marjoram leaves powder and dry ginger powder. You just mix it in equal amount, and you just take it in one teaspoon, and maybe in the morning and evening, and take it for 2-3 days, and you start feeling the difference. And maybe right away after taking in a couple of hours, because it is very, very, very powerful. And ginger, as we all know, that it is anti-inflammatory. So both together, they will make miracles happen. So this was all about marjoram. It was very interesting spice, and see, this is our 43rd spice, and I have never so far came across a spice which actually boosts the antioxidant power just by its being there. So it is very very surprising and very, very effective spice. So don't forget to use marjoram. Don't forget to comment, share, and keep in touch with us. So we are almost done with our spice series, and looking forward from your suggestions. I'm going to maybe not Facebook Live, but videos will be there from us. So we haven't decided anything yet, but make sure you let us know what you want us to do to present you guys with. Okay, so this was all about marjoram, and my screen is a little bit far, so I'm not able to read, but Aniket is saying, okay, thank you, this is nice info. Oh, okay, thank you. I'm glad. You're always welcome. Start using marjoram, and I know you guys, if you make Indian chai tea, don't forget to add marjoram, because it is really, really very helpful. Okay, thank you. It was nice meeting you today. Keep in touch. We will keep doing our spice series and more to come. So there is one more idea. It started floating, that somebody suggested that we make videos of about brain health, or we make about heart health, or about the food we eat. So these are a couple of ideas floating. So if you have any ideas what kind of videos you would like me to make sure you post it, and I will keep working on it. Thank you very much. Nice seeing you, and final bye bye. See you next week with a new spice. Take care. Bye then.